Hello and welcome to a very special video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the 30k, 40k side of the summer event reveals. And I'm not going to be talking about Kill Team because I don't really care about Primaris, Death Watch. They don't interest me, sorry. I'm not going to talk about Legion Imperialis because I really don't play epic skill stuff. And I'm not going to talk about a stupid cosplay helmet. So if I haven't lost you on those, let's talk about this first little bit. So effectively we're getting the Scouring, or as I called it in one of my older videos, the Age of Ruin, and it's going to be kind of continuation to the Horus Heresy. I think it's starting to lay the groundwork towards a Scouring time period where they can put a lot of the classic Space Marines, or actual Space Marines, and kind of contain the older fans, I guess, to it. But who knows? It's Warhammer, it's Games Workshop, but this is where they're going with this series. So some people are going to be excited, some people aren't going to be excited. I don't know how I feel, honestly. We'll see how it goes. Next up, let's talk about another thing I'm not too wild about, but let's just talk about them and get them over with real quick. So they released images for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redos of characters, or 4 redos and a new character. But I go and I immediately thought, wow, no one dies in this universe, like, ever. So we got Vulcan Histan. Honestly, it's not over the top. It keeps a lot of his design elements. It's not a bad model. I like that he has the Mark 7 helmet. You can almost ignore he's been made a Primaris. Not a bad attempt at updating him. I think it lacks a little bit of the gravitas because he just looks a little thin in the middle to me for some reason. It might be the chest plate. Overall, I just really don't like the Primaris style of armor, so I think it takes away from some of these more brutalistic characters. But he's a fine update. That'd be nice for Salamanders players, I'm sure. And then we get to the new guy, or the Edgehav, or, geez, I hate this model. It's overly detailed. It has a bunch of crap smashed on it. I do like that it comes with 3 optional heads. The weird crow-like full helmet, it's not too bad. Overall, it's just got a bunch of extra garbage tacked on to try to get him over the top. Like, why does he have little raven, like little angel bots, if you get the reference, hovering around? Why does he have long strips of cloth coming out of assumably his shoulder plates? That it just seems like they added a bunch of extra detail to a character to try to make him look more important and impressive than he is. And I don't know, he looks like an edgy kid trying to be too edgy. So moving on, we get Canuck, Chinook, Veer. Who cares? He's a Iron Hands guy in Terminator armor. Terminator armor's fine. Honestly, he's really reserved for an Iron Hands and kind of boring. So spot on there. And the best part about him I like is the Tetsubo Power Maul. The parts I don't like are the tentacles, because those are going to break. Just gonna say it right there. So next up we have Saborodin Khan. I knew I was gonna mess up the Khan's name here. He's fine. I don't hate him. I do kind of enjoy they got the tilt form with the pole arm. Even if it looks like he's holding it in a really difficult way to actually employ it because the seat would catch it, but whatever. It's okay. Don't hate it. Don't love it. It's an update to Primaris stuff. What can you say? Then we probably have the best one of the lot, Darnoff Lysander, who we kept trying to call Lysol for some reason. I don't know why. He's probably the best upgrade or update if you prefer. Overall, I think he keeps most of his character. He looks really good. And well, yeah, fine with me. Thumbs up. Oh geez. Then we have the part that I was the most excited about. Air quote, I was slightly hoping that they would show it, and there it is. Mark II Assault Marines. Now, I personally really like Mark II. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the updated version, and I understand why, so there's nothing against you guys. But I was really looking forward to the Assault Mark II guys, because I like how brutal they look. I just like the crazy jet turbines strapped to the back of them. It's close enough to what I expected that I'm not really disappointed. I actually have always liked the Mark II Assault guys, so they were probably the thing I was looking forward to the most. I like that they also come with chain axes standard, though you can apparently put the chain swords on them. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I know you can. I'm just... the arms are all starting to get a little bit close to each other, if you get my gist. Overall, fine design. I like the little bit of extra heft. I kind of wish it had carried on down into maybe some reinforcements in the legs, maybe a little bit extra heft in the belt region, because at times they do look kind of skinny and top heavy. But overall, when you got what you got, you have to go with the things that are, how do I say in the best way possible? The positives. There we go. So we'll quickly talk about the Votan. Things I liked and things I didn't, because mostly they don't seem to be keeping with the NASA punk that I liked. I liked the new named character. He's got kind of a look, even though he's effectively just a redo of one of their other named characters. But I like his spear, polearm thing. I'm kind of tepid on the mad scientist looking guy. I forgot what the name is. I don't care enough. He just kind of conflicts with it, and he kind of gives off Warcraft gnome vibes to me. So I don't know. The problem is that they've moved away from the kind of NASA punk with the initial release I liked, and they've kind of moved into this weird consistency that I'm not sure what to think. We get a mole mortar, which is interesting, and it's again another reach back towards Rogue Trader. I don't understand the reason why. We'll see. I'm not overly taken with the concept nor the model, but I don't hate it either, so Then we got Doc Ock, the strategist. What are they called? Iron Heads? I forget. The robot guys, the AI dudes. He reminds me of strategist gnome shower coat wearing Doc Ock, effectively. He's the dwarf robot Doc Ock in a shower coat. How wonderful. I don't love him, and I sure don't hate him, but I sure don't love him. So, moving on. So, the thing I hated out of this release were the Iron Jacks. I hate these guys. They hit this just thing with me that I dislike. I kind of liked the older versions. These guys just, something about them really, really bothers me. It's the skinny legs and the taller proportions, but the like awkwardly large, roundish body with the strange dome heads. They just don't land well with me. If you like them, great for you, but I couldn't care less. And then we get a transport. It's a transport. It's a hover thing. I I don't know. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. This problem I have right now is whenever I see the Votan, I kind of like their initial stuff, and then I just kind of go from there going, man, I hate that. And that does not feel like a 40k thing at all. But those are the things I saw in the preview and what I thought of them. Votan, pretty much a miss. The character updates are... you get an Iron Hands new guy, you get a Raven Guard new guy. I don't really care for either one. The Iron Hands is fine. It's just he doesn't, like grab me from an interest point. And the Raven Guard guy, he's just too done up, and I don't care. Vulcan's probably the second most consistent to his original model, so yeah, he loses a lot of his kind of chunkiness, I guess is a way to put it. His presence, his aura, just kind of, when you put him in Mark X, it just kind of like drains it all away into some kind of generic sci-fi area that bothers me from a design standpoint. It just says nothing, and it feels like it goes against the setting. But Lysander, I really like his update. He looks good. He's consistent with who he was. But I'm going to say this. Why are any of them alive? Why aren't they all dead? They should have all been dead. But I don't think people die in the new Warhammer, because that would make people sad. But the highlight for me from the 30k/40k section was the Mark II Assault Marines. I like how they look. I have a few quibbles with them, but overall, they're in line with something I actually like, and design-wise, they are more consistent, in my opinion, with the 30k aesthetic. Okay, so there's that. For Kill Team, I don't care. I don't play Kill Team. I try not to rag on it, and I'm not got any major issue with it. I just don't play Kill Team. And I don't like Primaris. I'm going to say this as kindly as I can. I don't find them as anything as effectively draining blood out of Space Marines effectively. Or what should I say in a more effective manner? Okay. Effectively, to me, Primaris drain all interest and flavor and style from Space Marines for something more akin to very large stormtroopers that vaguely resemble Space Marines. They just don't do anything for me, and I don't want to beat people up for that, so I don't want to rag on the Kill Team release. Plus, I just wasn't that interested in the two teams. It's a Necron team of weird freaks that I don't really find interesting, because I do like Necrons, but I just didn't care for any of those, and I'm not really interested in the super elite veteran of the Space Marine chapters being just a bunch of Primaris. There's no stakes to being Primaris. It's the most boring thing you can be. It's the safest thing you can be. Like, being rare and special is just gone when it comes to Space Marines. It's just, hey, look, here's your dime a dozen Primarison. And you're going to go, oh, wonderful. But, and Legion guys, sorry, but I didn't care about Epic, and I don't care about Legion, and I just don't want to talk about something I don't care about. So I'm sorry there. But hey, I hope it was something you guys liked. So if you've watched this far, let me know what you guys think. And, well, have a good day. I gotta go do more editing. Bye-bye.